Welcome back, ShqipeBoys. Another day, another car video. All right, the plan for today is replace 2 control arms, two ball joints, and 1 axle. All right, guys, Jack's and Philly on. Now, what do we do next?
So let's take off the control arm.
We're gonna try to take off the control arm. The control arm is this bad boy. And yeah, we don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do something cool. All right, here are the parts. We've got 2 control arms, one over here and one over here. And here's the ball joint. We're gonna be placing 2 of the ball joints. And right here we have the axle. Shut up. From Quality Driven Performance, not sponsored by the way. All right, so now we have to remove the caliper. There's gonna be 2 19s on the back. Caliper's all out, rotor's pretty much gone. Now we have to make sure we don't rip this brake line off. The man has arrived with the Q50. Vroom, vroom.
Alright guys, so in the bottom connected to the knuckle is the speed sensor, and you guys have to remove it from up here. So if you guys see back here, that orange plug right there, you guys have to remove that. So once you guys remove that, then you want to take out a little clip that's holding it on here. You just want to pop that out, and then you push it back into the strut wall. Alright guys, so right now, we tried getting this speed sensor out, but this bolt right here is stripped, so I can't remove it. And we also can't get it from the back over there for some reason. So for now, we're gonna try to see what we can do after we take off the knuckle, and then see if we can disconnect it after. But for now anyways, we just took this off, this inner tie rod, well the outer tie rod, we disconnected it from the knuckle. We took off the castle nut first, and then we hammered this out so that it pops out of place. And then we have to do the same thing to this ball joint right here. And then take off the fork, take off the strut from the fork, and then try to remove the, and then obviously these 2 bolts, 2 things for the control arm, the bottom control arm fork, and the sway bar end link. And then take out the knuckle, replace the control arm, and then also the axle we have to take off.
Just took off the upper ball joint.
I just took this off, just hammered it out right here, and then it popped out of place, as you guys could tell. So now you can take off this castle nut, and also make sure you take off the cotter pin, obviously.
Oh shit.
And then you can take off the castle nut, and then just put it back in the spot so you don't lose it. Now, you guys take off the axle. Now, to remove the axle is just this nut right here.
Right.
And so it's like a little punched in. You just want to pop out that little punch.
Oh yeah, it's a little
spot
dented in there.
It's not really done right, but
you gotta open it.
Yeah, you gotta just put a flathead in there. This is not gonna work. Just put a flathead in there and shake it out.
Alright, big boy socket.
I don't think this is gonna take it out.
Yeah. Oh, it's moving! Yes, sir. We got it with the machine. No manpower needed.
Yeah, it's out. See how disconnected that shit is, bro? It's not
oh yeah.
It's not. Right now I'm laying on the floor. But right now I took out this ball joint bolt right here. I mean nut. As you guys can tell, it's disconnected. And now the ball joint gets seized onto the knuckle. So you have to hammer out on the knuckle. You have to guys make sure to hit the knuckle, not the ball joint itself. So
a few inches later.
After 10 minutes of attempting removal, ball joint is not connected with the lower control arm. Oh shit! Now you got the whole knuckle off.
this is why we need it.
Oh yeah, this is when the reverse.
Boom! Yeah, that shit's so broken, bro.
All right, guys, he's putting a crowbar behind the axle. Like I was saying, he's putting the crowbar behind the axle so we can pop it out.
I just told the baby to walk before my girl see me. Niggas whack.
So it looks a little different from last time. We got rid of the lower control arm, that guy. We need to get rid of the axle because we're having a lot of difficulty removing it. And we're gonna get what is it? Axle what is it called? Slide reverse hammer for the axle, I guess.
There, so obviously same way.
Oh, the way it was removed, simple as hell. There's a bolt there, another bolt there, and then there's gonna be another bolt right here.
You're gonna need a hammer for this.
Yeah, we just show you how to remove it because
to put it on, you're gonna need a hammer. Control arm back in here, a little bit of playing. Just line up the holes.
Yeah, just line up the holes, obviously, and just put the bolts through the holes. And then you got your control arm in. Alright, we installed the lower control arm. Actually, not really, but we're just putting the bolts in finally. Yeah, these guys came and supplied with this, with the goodies. Now we can remove this axle. I hope. That's crazy. Man, that thing is stuck in there. We're having a lot of trouble, but we're gonna get this out. I guarantee you guys. I feel like Zeus, bro. Zap, zap, zap.
Yeah. In there, bro. Yeah. You know?
2,000 years later.
What's going on, fellas? It's literally pitch black outside. We've been at this for so long. We finally got the old axle out.
Yes, guys, sir. We had Vic out here. We had my boy Vic.
Yeah, he's the mechanic. We needed him because, bro, this was the craziest.
That shit was not coming out without
It was not coming out, bro.
That shit was not coming out.
Even though we got the parts from AutoZone, shout out AutoZone, they give it, bro. You can go rent this, and then they'll give you your money back for returning it. That's what they told us.
I didn't even know that. That's free tools,
bro. Do that. If you don't got a tool, go to AutoZone, rent it, and then bring it back and give you your money back. Oh, nigga, you gay.
Put knuckle back on.
We put on the knuckle. That's right. Put on the sway bar end link down here. Down there, we put this on right here. Now we're gonna put this. What is the outer tie rod?
Is that?
Yeah. This is for sure. Whatever, bro. Y'all can correct us in the comments. But yeah, we're just putting everything back together, piecing everything. We finally got done with the hardest thing ever in our lives we had to encounter.
Tools are packed up and ready to go.
Yeah. All right, ShqipeBoys. We got one bolt over here. We need to get a second one for this brake. We got this rotor on. Finally, we literally tightened everything back up. I know this is not a how-to video. We got to tighten this right here, the brake line. Right here to this. And, you know, we just basically put all the brake pads in. We probably got to compress it because it won't fit in. Get this screw in, tighten this on, tighten that, and put a wheel back on, and we'll be done. We already tested it out. The wheel does spin when it's in drive on both sides. So now the axle is good. We're gonna tighten everything. The top and bottom, making sure it's even pressure whenever you tighten it.
I didn't know you were recording.
And now we gotta get, I don't know you're recording. Put the brake pads in there, bam. All right,
T-bone steak on me.
Dirty ass over here. Oh, hell no. Let's get the wide lens on that.
Dalmatian on me.
But yeah, I mean, we're cleaning up right now. We didn't do the other control arm, bro. It got way too late. No way. We're gonna save that shit for another day. Probably gonna update you guys on that day.
Day 2.
Welcome back, ShqipeBoys. It's another day. Last time I recorded was at the nighttime. Right now we're gonna be removing the wheel because today we're gonna be handling the control arm. Lower control arm specifically. In last video, last clip, we only removed the axle and the control arm we changed. That's it.
On the passenger side, but now we have time today in the morning, so.
All right, we got the wheel off. There's gonna be 2 19s for the brake caliper so we can remove the brake caliper. A little life hack, if you can't get the bolt off, just like get another socket and another extension.
Yo.
And this bolt is not coming off. Change of plans, we're not gonna remove the brake caliper right now. We're just, we just removed the tie rod
So
right here.
get access to this fork right here.
So you can get access to this guy right here. All right, boys. This is a 14 right here of the fork, and there's a 17 down here. Right. There's a pin right there on the upper ball joint that connects to the knuckle. And the strut.
The knuckle to the upper control arm.
Oh shit, that's a control arm? Fuck. Now that the 17 is loosened, you gotta hit the...
Careful to not hit the ball joint. There we go.
Oh, you got it? Oh, shiza. I don't know if I recorded it, but
It's fine.
it's fine. Y'all get the gist. We're removing the lower ball joint, and that is this guy right here. Right here. The nut for the ball joint, lower ball joint, has been removed.
Just gotta hammer this.
All right, we hammered the ball joint.
This is gonna need some.
Wherever that is.
Some
And now we're
chugga-chuggas.
gonna remove the axle. After you remove the nut, you can remove the whole knuckle assembly off. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle the control arm out of the car. So explained earlier in the video. I can't really show you guys, but there was like bolts I showed you earlier in the video. Y'all should probably remember where the bolts are. But yeah, there you go now.
Look how bad it is.
Oh wow, that bushing is shot. This is what it should look like. That's what it looks like. So, the control arm did not come with a properly drilled hole.
I think this one was for the base model, but I have the Type-S because I'm gangster.
Yeah. So the hole is quite small. So we just drill it so we can enlarge the hole so we can fit it in
for the sway bar end link.
That little guy. You gotta fit it there. Much finagling. The control arm is now in. We oiled it up so it can be easier to push in the line with the holes so the bolts can go through. Now he's doing the tightening. And then reassembly comes in. Basically do everything in reverse now. All right, we got the knuckle in.
You gotta hit the shit in.
Axle in. Lower control arm in. And we have to get the rotor in and the brake caliper. And he's tightening up. He's gonna tighten up the brake line that goes up there. The wheel's untying. Rotor's going in. Bro, he's bleeding, bro.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Darn.
I ain't no bitch. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he was not crying 5 minutes ago, I'm telling you. Everything's put back in spot.
I'm putting the new ones on today, bro.
Everything's tying. Everything's good.
You wanna come?
Everything's great.
Now I'll put the wheel back on.